Hello friends. Today I bring you a video that is going to be a prediction for December. If you're new here, hello and welcome to my channel. I am Mary from the Moon Goddess YouTube channel. I do videos like this. There are pick a card readings. I do monthly predictions. I also talk a little bit about law of attraction and other spiritual things. So if you like this kind of videos, make sure to subscribe and give it a like so I know you want to see more videos like this. So when you are ready, just take 3 deep breaths and choose one of the piles. In pile number 1, we have a stitch marker with a little apple cider drink with a cinnamon stick right there. On the second one, we have a tiny little hat with a pom-pom for pile number 2. And for pile number 3, we have a cute wooden button. Alright, so once you choose, just go to the description below or in the comments area to look for the timestamps for pile 1, 2, or 3. Click it and it will take you right to the start of the reading. Okay, friends that chose pile number 1 with a little stitch marker with the apple cider drink and the cinnamon stick right there. Let's put this out of the way and let's start with your reading. So first right here we have the Empress, followed by the Moon, the Magician, and the Fourth of Pentacles in reverse. So right there tells me it's going to be a lot of big energy moving because we have in just 4 cards we have 3 major arcana and only one that is a minor arcana. I can see that there is prosperity coming your way. There is a lot of abundance, and this can be many kinds, not just monetary kind, but of course it is you can see all the riches that she has and the power, and just she lives in luxury. And because it's December, I can't avoid but to think that this abundance can be from the holidays that most people celebrate around winter, being Christmas, being Yule, the winter, the winter solstice celebration for pagans, Hanukkah, and so on. I mean, I'm not familiar with every single cultures, but I know that during winters there are so many celebrations and holidays. And so I can see this abundance can be like family getting together. Maybe you will visit family for the holidays, or the family will visit you. If not, it can be that you will be receiving a lot of presents, a lot of gifts coming your way in the month of December, which is not a surprise. I'm sure that you already are expecting your loved ones to send you presents and you to send presents to your loved ones. But I can see so many good things coming. A lot of fullness, so much abundance, and so like a good life, abundance of nice food, abundance of just a good life that is usually very common during the holidays to splurge and either gifts for loved ones, or you decide to splurge for yourself. A lot of people have Christmas bonuses or end of the year bonuses and things like that. So I see a lot of that coming your way, a lot of presents, good food. But right away then we see the Moon, so it's going to be a month with a lot of emotion going on. And the Moon sometimes represents darkness around the brightness of the Moon, but it's not as easy to see as if it was the daytime. But this can also just represent the darkest time of the winter time. Although I know that many of you will be watching this from the opposite hemisphere, so of course then it's gonna be mean different for you. But the overall advice that I will give you with the Moon appearing is to take care and take good attention with the decisions that you take right now. there will be a lot coming on your way, like maybe the Christmas parties, the abundance of stuff that is coming. So it might be overwhelming for you to have so much coming on, and that's what the moon is representing. But it can also represent, with so many good cards right here, I feel more than it is that the moon will shine very bright for you, and it will show you a way in a place that is dark, in a place that maybe you cannot see very well, but the very full moon will appear to you and will guide you. But you still have to go careful, because it's not the way, it's not the same when you're traveling at night as when you're traveling during the day. You cannot see these things as clearly. So during the month of December, I will suggest you to go on with caution with anything that requires a decision, anything that is not already a routine, that is not already a part of your life. Like, go slow when you're making decisions about anything that's coming your way in the month of December. So just be gentle with yourself if you find a time of overwhelm, if maybe too many activities for the winter holidays or the holidays that you celebrate with your family are a little bit overwhelming. Give yourself a little bit of time. Make sure to practice self-care so it's not overwhelming. But overall, I think you will be able, I can see by the reading that you will be able to manage, because you have the Magician right there. You have the power to manifest what you want, and you have the mental power and the physical power to make it through anything that might be overwhelming or might get you tired. So with the Magician right here, I can see you will have a really good time during December with abundance. And yes, it will be overwhelming, but overall everything will go nicely. And although you might need to slow down a little bit, it won't be a harsh month for you. It will be a really nice month for you. And then finally, we just see the Four of Coins in reverse. That you might overspend, and that is very, very common during Christmas holidays and things around that nature, because we want to give to others. We want to make the traditional dinners that are a little bit more expensive to put together than just a regular day dinner. So be careful with overspending. Overly spend more than you have. Maybe use credit cards or ask for loans or things like that. That might not be advisable, and I can see right here that you will be very happy in doing so. So it's completely up to you. If you take the time to plan ahead and maybe save before the holidays, or you put a plan together to pay off afterwards with lowering your expenses after the holidays, then this will not represent a problem, because you have the knowledge that you need, and you know what you're doing. You know if you will be overspending on or not before you do it. Like, it won't be a mistake. It won't be without you realizing. You know very well. So I will recommend you, if you still want to overspend, because I completely understand the reason to wanting to do that, to have the abundance for the holidays, and maybe that is what is making you feel a little bit overwhelmed, that you want to be able to make a spectacle, like be the Magician and give a performance, call it, like host the party or create gifts for everyone. And that's what's overwhelming you, because you want to have all this abundance in this time that is so common to look for that and to look for comfort. So if you will decide to overspend, I mean, I cannot tell you what to do, but I can just use the cards in the reading to give you advice, and is to do a plan to do that, so that way it's not too overwhelming and you are doing it consciously, and you have a plan of paying off, and that way it won't be harmful for you and your finances. So let's continue with some other cards. Oh, right here, beautiful card. I see nurturing, and it goes very well again with the holidays and with having families together, and so there will be a lot of nurturing, like either people will nurture you, like if you visit family, kind of like going and having that old family dinner that you always had as a child, that your mom, grandma, whoever raised you made homemade stuff that you miss very lot. But there will be all that nurturing. And gifts are not only material, sometimes they're very nurturing to receive gifts for loved ones. I love handmade gifts, and I try to do that, so that's a way of nurturing as well, giving things that are not just more possessions, but something that is actually useful for you. Or so this can mean that you are nurturing people, people are nurturing you, or both. And I will incline, I get the incline of reading it like it's both ways rather than just one or the other, because of is the season of giving, and it's right under the under the Empress, that is abundance. And you can see here Gaia showing all this abundance in nature and beauty, all those flowers and rainbows, water. There is an abundance and nurturing that makes things grow, a loving nurturing right under this. So again, it's going to be a wonderful month for you, even though I can see a little bit of those cards that are not they're not bad, but they represent like you will be a little bit concerned or overwhelmed, but everything will be under control, because there's just, you will be nurturing people, people will be nurturing you. And I can see that either you or someone so close to you will be helping you, that has the, oh, and right here we have vulnerability, and it's right under the moon again. So everything is going so in synchronicity. Like, yeah, you will be in a vulnerable place, even though there's so many good things. Maybe going back home or having people over, your family over, is something that is making you feel vulnerable. Sorry, I can't speak. Or maybe it's just so much emotion, so much together that is coming, that is making you feel like you are a little bit, like you could do more, like you could be stronger, but you're feeling a little bit weak at the moment. And again, if you receive people, family over, or you go to a family place, you might feel in a vulnerable place, like maybe you feel like people might criticize you. Maybe you have a family member that always tells you something about you. It could be like, oh, you're fat, you haven't lost weight yet, or you're still in that job. There's many things that make us feel vulnerable, and that we are afraid that people might criticize us. So again, it's okay, because you need to understand that whatever you are, you can make the best of it. You have the power to do so. And I can totally understand that being vulnerable is not a good feeling, but there's so many other good cards around that it's just better to focus on the good that is around you, and not about someone that will criticize you because they have nothing better to do. But just be like the meadow and be open, and just choose to show yourself as you are. And if someone chooses to take onto your vulnerability and criticize you or use it against you, then you will know it, and then you can use your own judgment and your intuition on how to deal with that. But it's not good to be in the dark. Like, this is starting to clarify a little more. Like, don't let yourself hide in the dark in the night just because you're afraid that people might criticize you or say things or not like you anymore, because that is going to kind of like eat you from the inside. You will be in your mind for too long. So try to move from the darkness to the light, and even though is like, show your vulnerability and show who you are, and don't act in front of anybody just because you think they may not like what they see, because on the long run, this is just gonna make you feel bad. and that is just not good for anyone. So let's keep reading. Then we have the forest and breathe. And again, it goes quite nice with this. So imagine yourself going to a forest, going from the city to a forest where there's no pollution. There's so many trees that the air is so pure and revitalizing. So it's like, take a breath, breathe, and recenter yourself with that breath. Just like in meditation, we focus on our breathing to make it easier to forget about things and just let our mind recenter and not worry about those things. So if these things start to bother you, your vulnerability, or you having to stay in the dark, or anything at all that is in your mind that is overwhelming you, that is not letting you sleep, that is just in your head over and over. So slow down, breathe, maybe retire yourself to a quiet place if you can, and make yourself feel better. You have the power and the strength to do so. You just have to take the action and actually center yourself. Go to the quiet place and see the things. They're completely different from the city, and that is what you will need if you feel that you cannot handle this by yourself, maybe, or you feel lost. Then choose to retire yourself from the place that is making you feel this way and go to the place where you can be yourself. If you cannot be yourself in certain situations, if for whatever reason there's just no way and you decide not to show this, then retire yourself where you can, so you can recenter and don't drag this feeling and this overwhelm more than you have to. Try to let it go as soon as you can. And then we have dream time in creation. So if you decide, as I was saying, like if there will be overspending, maybe you can use your creation, use your creativity to find ways not to do it. Maybe instead of overspending for gifts and things like that, you can create them yourself. You can find do-it-yourself inspiration in books, in the internet, Pinterest, anywhere, even YouTube, and you can do them yourself and be able to save a little. And then the final two cards that we have is simplicity and light. Simplicity says, deep, profound serenity is expanding in my life. So again, you can be so simple when you're nurturing someone, so you can keep it simple. You can have all this, and when it comes to this, when it comes to the dark place, that something that is overwhelming you and that is almost consuming your mind, again, just try to look for the simple solutions. The simpler it is, the more it will help you, especially if you are overwhelmed. If you are overwhelmed, you might not be able to deal with too many difficult things. So keep it simple. Do your best to keep everything that you can simple. And then with the light we have, it says, my light radiates through my life and the world around me. And again, just focus on the good that you have in yourself and in your light. Focus on your own light. Be true to yourself. Be who you are, and don't try to be in the shadows. Don't try to hide yourself, your true self, from anyone. But actually give yourself permission to shine bright, and give yourself permission to bring to the light your own creations. And you don't need to overspend to have all this, to have the abundance that you want, to be nurturing, to create the ambience that you want, and host parties or host like gatherings and things like that. So overall, I see nice abundance coming your way, and because of that you might be led to overspend, and that's okay if that's what you want, because I'm not going to tell you what to do again, but it is best if you do it in a way that is not going to hurt you in the long time. in the long run. So the final ones, again, the final words is keep it simple and let your light shine. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel so you can be notified of when more videos come up. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye and magical blessings. Hello friends that chose pile number 2 with this little kitty pom-pom hat. Let's get started with your reading, shall we? So we start with the Star, Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords, and Four of Cups. Okay, so with the Star right here, I can see it's a time for you to start taking it easy, start relaxing a little bit. It is a reading for December after all. It is the end of the year, and it is a rest that you very well deserve it, and you need it. You need to slow down a little bit. Look at the stars in the sky and just forget just for a moment about anything that you don't need, and even the good, the bad, just let it all go and just enjoy yourself in the moment. Enjoy the stars and enjoy the beauty around you. There will be time to get everything back and to go back to all your responsibilities and all the things that you want to do, you have to do, and everyday life. But find a moment, if possible more than once during the month of December, to just slow down and practice self-care. However short or long you can do it. If you can only do it a few minutes a day, then do that. If you have a couple of days off that you can give yourself and you don't have all the responsibilities outside of work that will allow you to just relax and find your true north, like recenter your spirit, recenter yourself, your whole vision for the future, and know what you want to do, then please do, because the Star is calling you for that time. It's telling you that you need that. You need to be able to slow down, relax, gain energy, and then so you will be able to continue on and keep moving forward in everything that life will bring to you. Do whatever you can to restore if your mind needs rest, if your body needs rest, your spirit, it doesn't matter what it is. It may be all three of them. Maybe your mind is overwhelmed, maybe your body is tired of so much work and so much pressure and things like that. Then just use your intuition and see what is the thing that works best for you, for relaxing, recentering, and get ready for the year that comes ahead, for the year that will start all over again. Then we see the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords brings again mind to the reading, and right here we see more, but let's focus on this for now. So when the Knight of Swords appears, you need to know that your truth might not be someone else's truth, and there is something that you will have to learn during the month of December. There is something that will make you look at something like two truths coming together, yours and someone else's. And I can see you will be tolerant of that person that is going to bring the other truth to you, even though at the beginning you won't see it. With tolerance and patience you will be able to see it, and especially if you remember this reading, that you will have to slow down and consider both truths and maybe clean up a little bit of both, because sometimes when people express themselves, they make it sound more to their side than the other one, and sometimes it's on purpose and they do it deliberately, but sometimes it's just their perception. So you need to consider that perception and be able to blend those truths together so that you can fully understand whatever is coming your way, because there is definitely a little bit of a challenge that will come your way during December, and I can see that's probably what is going to make you having to slow down. And that's what why the star is coming first, advising you already to start calm during the month of December, so you can deal with everything that will be coming your way. And we have the Seven of Swords that usually represents trickery. It could be you tricking someone, but maybe someone tricking you and they think they can get away with it. But since I have the Knight of Swords right here, you will see right through it. And you will see the proper truth. And that is why you're going to be confused and you will not believe them at the beginning. Because there is a little bit of trickery in that what is coming your way, but there's also a little bit of truth. There's just a little bit transformed and trick. Someone will be trying to trick you about a certain truth. There's something that you won't be very eager to receive their truth, but eventually you will be able to find out with patience and actually looking at the situation. You will be able to undress all the trickery and just focus on whatever it is that is the pure truth in this. But there must be someone that will be hiding part of their actions towards you. So maybe you have been closing your eyes for too long. You're not seeing that there are some people that are trying to help you and trying to give you good things. They're trying to give you love, as cups usually represent emotions and love. So because of this trickery, you will close your eyes a little bit, and it will take you some time. It will take you time to slow down, recenter yourself, just as the star told you, and consider all the truths that are in this matter, so you will be able to unveil and discover the trick that someone is trying to take advantage of you. But only if you open your eyes, you will be able to see it. Otherwise, if you don't slow down, if you don't take the patience to actually, if you don't take the time and patience to look at everything that surrounds you, then this person might be able to trick you. Okay, so let's keep going. There are blessings coming your way. A new promise, which could be a trick. You will need some grounding. Okay. So I see right here that you, with the innocence in the childhood, it's not an innocence that is because you're too naive or you are like not bright. You're a smart person. I can see that. But that's something that is coming your way. Might be someone that you already trust, that you have a previous relationship with, and that's why you have that childhood innocence, and kind of like you will be closing your eyes to the truth at the beginning. But by grounding yourself, by meditating, by retiring outside and just slowing down and not listening to anybody else, what they're trying to tell you. Maybe someone else is trying to manipulate your feelings and your ideas. You will have to ground yourself, and then you will be able to unveil the trickster. And be careful with any promise. Promises are good if they are kept, but although this is a magnificent card, with the ones that are around, I think that there is a promise that is what is going to be the trick. But even with all of that, the final one, there's blessings coming your way. There will be an end to this trick. You will be able to convey that, and you will be able to focus on your blessings and let them come and eliminate any lies and tricks that someone so close to you is bringing your way, that is gonna try to trick you. And then finally we have magnificent cards. We have card of joy that says, joy and ecstasy flows through me wild and freely. And then we have love. I am wonderful. I receive and give love today and always. So again, I can see that it's because of love that you have that childhood innocence, but you can also use love to ground yourself, and without being angry, without exploding, like with very calm and patience, like these two cards are representing, in love for yourself and others, then you can find a way to unveil and just get the truth out from that. And then I can see that once this is over, there is a new promise of joy. There is a promise of more blessings coming your way in the month of December. And a lot of that might be more time for yourself, just like you need it. Or I can also see that many of you, because you allow yourself to take time for yourself, then that would lead to blessings, new promises, and a time of joy. Okay, so overall I can see there is a little bit of trickery going on that will be happening in the month of December, but the final reading is very nice, and everything will end for the best, will end with love, joy, blessings, as long as you decide to take patience, ground yourself, and open your eyes and look for the truth, and just use your intuition to guide yourself, and take it slow. There's no need to act with aggressiveness or hate or anything. Always focus on love and joy. I hope this reading was helpful for you. If it was, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye. Hello my friends that chose pile number 3 with this cute button. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, let's start right here with the 8 of Wands in reverse. We have the Chariot, 3 of Cups, and Ace of Wands in reverse. So starting right here with the 8 of Wands in reverse, I can see that there is going to be a little bit of chaos coming your way. Some confusion, some delays that will present themselves during the month of December. Although this will be a start, eventually you will move forward, because the Chariot represents moving forward. It represents that you keep going, it doesn't stop. So although you will be surprised with this, and this will cause delays, it will cause a little bit of confusion, maybe overwhelming as well. Just it will kind of like move your floor a little bit and disorient you, this little chaos that will start. Eventually you will find yourself, you will pull the strings of your Chariot, and you will be able to resume your path and keep moving forward, and just find a way to make it all well again. So let's say this chaos can represent a little bit of something that startled your horses in the path, so you had to get a little like some action there and calm them down and deal with that. But the good thing is that you won't stop. Yes, you will have to deal with this, and a little bit of chaos always comes our way at some time or another. But I can see that you are ready, and you will take care of whatever chaos comes your way, and in a very marvelous way, because you will keep moving forward. This won't make you stop. It will delay you. It will slow you down, because it's after all chaos. It's after all something that you did not expect to come, but it won't stop you. It won't make you it will only make you slow down. So that's a very nice following after chaos. I mean, nobody of us will like chaos, but if it comes, then at least I can see a very nice future after that. So whatever this chaos coming your way it is, just take the reins of your horses, take action of whatever needs to be done, and you will be able to deal with it. Just be careful with perfectionism. If there is chaos, it might not be possible to have it as perfect as you want. Sure, do your best. I mean, we all want things to be perfect, but sometimes it will not be, especially at the start when the chaos is just in. After that, after you take action to resolve that, I can see right here with the Three of Cups, there will be celebrations. There will be success from this. You won't be having that chaos anymore, and the celebration also comes like at the end of the month. So I can see it can even mean celebrations for Christmas, for New Year's, Hanukkah, Yule, winter solstice, whatever you celebrate. But because it's surrounded by these other cards, I can also see that it will be a celebration that this chaos is gone and it's not part of your life anymore. And then right here we see the Ace of Wands, which represents new beginnings. But because it is in reverse, even though it's still a good card, it still represents beginning, is a beginning that will be a little bit delayed, and most likely it is because of this chaos. But the good thing, whatever it is that you wanted to begin in December, it will still come, it will still be there. It will just not be in the time frame that you thought it would be or that you planned it would be. Maybe it will be not only delayed for the chaos, it might be delayed for the holidays, and even the holidays could bring a little bit of chaos in your life. It always does. It always brings, like, you have to go shopping. Some people like to host parties and things like that. So for some of you, it will not come at the beginning of the month, and it will be more like a little bit of chaos due to the celebration, and that will delay some of your plans. But you are able to just keep moving forward. And although there is always some confusion and some things going on during a holiday celebration, everything will be just nice, because I can see right here you will be having fun with friends, family, and whoever you choose to spend your holidays with, whoever you choose to go to a Christmas party, just celebration with friends, family, churches, whatever it is that your traditions and what you choose to do this year. And don't let this discourage you from celebration, because this celebration is going to be very nice for you. It's going to make you really happy. And yes, it will bring a little bit of delay, but we all experience some chaos and delay here and there, and might as well be for a good reason. Might as well be a delay in something because you're spending times with friends and family and recharging yourself, and just focusing on joy, focusing on sharing all the joy with your loved ones. And again, since you are, if you are listening to this reading with enough time for December, you might even be able to plan ahead and know that there is a little bit of chaos, an aura of chaos that might come in December. So if you decide to be prepared, if you have already an idea that maybe you want to travel to see your family for the holidays, which the chariot can also represent travel, so I can see that so many of you will travel for the holidays, for the celebration, and this might bring a little bit of confusion, because we move from our routine, from our everyday lives. We go, even though so many of you will be going to places that you call home, where you grew up, the process of traveling, of leaving your current home and going to the other one, it's a little bit of a task, you know. And even though this confusion and this chaos is not, like, it's not going to be big, it's not going to hurt you or anything, it will create delays. And again, during the holidays, it's very, very usual to see delays. We see delays in the post office and mailings. We see delays in airplanes and other trains and things like that, that is for travel. So everything seems that it's just going to be like normal chaos, normal delays, things that are not super strong and won't, yes, they will affect you, but it's not something that you haven't dealt with before. It's not something that other people have not dealt before. So just keep in mind that and be prepared if in fact you will be traveling for the holidays and for celebrations, that you might see delays, you might see a little bit of chaos, and just your routine will be shaking off a little bit. So by you deciding to be prepared a little bit, this could be, if maybe even eliminated, or if not, at least diminished. And whatever delay that you might experience, it won't be as much as it could have been if you wouldn't be prepared. So keep that in mind if you are a planner, if you decide to plan for the month of December. If you're not a planner, with even more, I will even more like ask someone that knows how to create plans so they can help you. That way this cards right here won't really make you have a bad holiday, a bad celebration. And honestly, the celebration itself will be really good. It will be just the getting there or afterwards that is going to not be so good for you. So just keep that in mind. So we have summer solstice, we have the cave, we have ceremony and invocation, and full moon completion. So right here we see radiance. It's very funny that summer solstice will come on a reading that when we actually will have the winter solstice for so many of us. But I also have to think that many of you could be watching this reading from the opposite hemisphere. So for you, it might actually be summer solstice. It might actually be summertime. But again, this card not only represents the actual summer solstice, but like you should shine, like you should let yourself accept all the radiance, all that the sun offers you. And just, it also represents the cycles, as you will know that the solstice is the starting of a new cycle of life. It invites you to smile a little more. So whatever chaos it will come in your way during the month of December, the way to deal with that will be to just focus on the good things and to love more and smile a little more, and just look for the bright side. Like, look for the sun in the winter, look for the bright side. Then we have the cave and sanctuary. So many years ago, many millennia ago, the caves represented the sanctuary to the people. It represented a structure that it gave them not only comfort but quiet place, a refugee of sorts from the wind, from animals, a place to sleep, a place to make art. So I can see that so many of you will be traveling to a place you can call your sanctuary, a place you will be traveling home. So many of you will be traveling home. And I can also see that a lot of people will be visiting you. For other of you, if you are not traveling, I can see someone is either coming or wanting to come your way a lot. And then right here, yeah, we see invocation, and again the party is right on top of a ceremony. So ceremony of traditions. This might say invocation, but is all that is related to traditions and whatever kind of Christmas tradition you might have, or again winter solstice, Yule, or any holiday that you celebrate. People that celebrate Hanukkah, they have the lighting of the candles and things like that, so that will represent that. There is celebration in ceremony coming. Tradition, maybe you always eat a certain dinner, like it's every year is the same dinner, or you have a tradition of singing carols. You know, there's everyone is different. We all have different different traditions, different family practices around winter and the holidays that are celebrated in December. So again, I can see that will make you happy. That will just all the thing coming with this celebration. And then with this delay, we have the full moon, which represents completion. So whatever will be delayed, it is because something has to finish first, and then you can give space for the new start. So yes, I can definitely see that something will be delayed because of the holiday, because of the travels, because of all the things that you are planning you will do during the month of December. So even though you wanted to get something started already, it won't be until you finish your travels, you finish your celebrations, your holidays, and things like that, that just until then is when you will see this new start. So whatever it is, I said before that maybe you can plan so it's not delay, but with this, with seeing the full moon and clarifying this, that it needs to be completed first, I will say, let just, if possible, consider letting the year end just come to a completion, and then get a fresh start from New Year's. Plan for New Year's. It will be stronger because your new beginning, you will be tied for with the New Year's, and you can do a ritual, you can have more time and just enjoy the celebrations, holidays, your traditions, enjoy your travels without being preoccupied with whatever this is that you wanted to get started. And again, this might need planning. Plan for delaying it instead of what I said before of planning so you can not delay it. Maybe it will be actually a good advice to plan it, to delay it and start a little bit later so you can enjoy all this radiance and going home, celebration and ceremony coming your way, and you can just enjoy this final time of the year, this final section of the year until its completion, and then focus on your new startings and your new adventures, your new jobs, or anything that is related, that is coming your way. We have two more cards. One says fulfillment and says joys abounds in all areas of my life, and that's just a very beautiful affirmation. So I can see that even though there's this chaos, this delays, this a little bit of feeling overwhelmed and a little bit lost, you will still have fulfillment. You will still have joy around you. And sure, you won't enjoy that one, but you have many other things to enjoy besides that, other things that you can focus on when you're having that. And also I can see that traveling home will bring you a lot of joy. And finally we have leaderships, and it says, I am a beacon of radiance, support, and love. And that goes so well with family and the ceremonies and the traditions, like being a beacon of radiance, being able to support others, to love others. So there will be a lot of love in these celebrations that are coming in December in your way. You will be loving people love you. There's a lot of just so much good things around this, that these two cards that show delay and show a little bit of chaos, it's just nothing compared with all those good things that will be around you. The traveling, the celebrations, the coming home and being in a safe place, a sanctuary of your refugee, feeling fulfilled once you actually finish with this chaos and you find joy again. It's just such a wonderful reading that in the end this won't matter, and you just have all this love, joy, and completion showing in the final parts of your reading. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this was helpful for you to decide what you need to focus on, to plan for a little bit of few things coming your way, and that it also encouraged you to know that there's so much love, so many good things coming your way in December. And it's always so nice to to know that there are good things coming. And so if you did, please give it a like. Consider subscribing, please do, because that will really help me in knowing if you like this kind of videos or not. Yeah, I'll see you on my next video. Happy December and magical blessings. Bye bye.